It was touch and go, but Oscar's panel upgrade was done literally in the nick of time for my first ever trip to OshKosh this year. I'd done an initial test flight 2 days before departure, and then after a few minor tweaks by the avionics shop, I did one more test flight on Friday morning, just a few hours before we were due to leave.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, contact Green Bay 119.4.
Join me for the first phase of the trip, from Oshawa to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and then on to Green Bay, Wisconsin. I hope you enjoy it. The flight from Oshawa to OshKosh is about 4.5 or 5 hours, depending on the route. After a ton of research and looking at alternate routes around both the southern and northern ends of Lake Michigan, I ultimately settled on a flight plan that would have us fly northwest over Lake Huron and Georgian Bay to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to clear customs. After a short stop there for lunch, we would head down the west side of Lake Michigan to Green Bay to spend Friday night before the short hop to OshKosh on Saturday morning.
So we'll be on camera for a solid 4 hours? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But, something I do, I'll turn that and point it out. So, don't have to worry about it. We can even just turn it off for a while.
I trust you to edit it.
I would not try to embarrass you.
I'll save my racist diatribes till the video's off.
See, did I put any of your racist stuff in the last video?
Not a bit.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, identified 2000, Oshawa altimeter 2977, climb 5000.
Climb 5000, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, proceed direct Otvug on course.
Direct Otvug on course, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey. Otvug. Oops. Plan. Nope. Right. Plan. Otvug. Activate. And go to GPSS. For most of the route, the weather was forecast to be severe clear, but for the first hour or so there was a layer of cloud between about 2,000 and 6,000 feet. I'd filed IFR so I could get up on top of the clouds, where I'd be in the clear and it would be a smoother ride. But first I needed to spend several minutes in IMC with my brand new Garmin gear.
Time to trust the instruments, eh?
Yep.
Oh, good thing they're 2 days old.
This was Neil's first time in IMC, and he was a trooper, but it did get to him a bit.
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting.
Bumping?
No, not the bumping. Not having any frame of reference.
We weren't in it for long, though. I had my eyes glued to the GI 275 primary attitude indicator the entire time. I gotta say, after just a few hours of using it, I found it really intuitive, and I was already comfortable with it. Look at that!
Nice.
Charlie Fox Whiskey, contact Toronto Center 12402, good day.
12402, good day, Charlie Fox Whiskey. After just 6 minutes of IMC, we popped up on top to a gorgeous view.
That was the everything's okay beep?
That was telling me you're approaching your set altitude beep. Oh, you can hear those. Oh, yeah, I guess because it's coming through here, not through my iPad. Interesting. Well, it hasn't quite sunk in that we're going to OshKosh. Just feels like we're flying.
2633, proceed direct to
Kinda cool.
on course.
You're going to become part of the club.
Hey, you too.
Oh, I've been there.
Oh, that is true. You're an old hand at this.
November 61 Echo Echo, contact
Gotta get
Toronto
a
now,
bumper sticker for your plate.
1353, good day. 1353, good day.
I have to get something. A hat, t-shirt, something.
I assume this makes instrumentation flying easier because you're just choosing the waypoint, hitting go.
Exactly, and I can still do that with this too. This is just, it's easier to use. It actually has much more memory to store more waypoints, because this wouldn't store a lot of like the smaller airports and smaller waypoints, because it just didn't have the memory. So this is nicer. It's just more modern. It's just And the big thing that's nice about this, like just in terms of usability, is if I actually wanted to use this
650,
program the flight plan,
090.
getting to the right letters was like such a pain because it's all just turning the knots.
Right.
Whereas this
We'll
one,
do the whole that way rather
you
than
literally, like, say I want to go direct to something, press that,
Roger.
right? And just type it in.
Right. Yeah, I saw you just select the Tobermory one and
Yeah.
direct to, and
Yep.
any idiot can fly now.
I know. Thank God, because I'm an idiot. So, when we get to Sault Ste. Marie, we'll take a break, have some lunch. I think they have crew cars at the airport, so hopefully they'll have one we can borrow, go into town. And then, I mean, in theory, we could actually go all the way to OshKosh tonight. But I think what I would rather do is stop somewhere.
Yep.
Take it easy, spend this evening kind of just going through all the procedures again before we go in the morning.
Yep, sounds good. Go fresh.
Yep.
Not necessarily 10-foot extra day.
Exactly.
My flip-flops.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We could land in Port Elgin and I could pick them up. That's probably cost-effective way to get to beat all their shoes.
Good afternoon. It's,
I think I paid $15 for them.
That would be probably an extra half hour flying, plus taking off and all that. Yeah, be about $75. You can buy Edmund Fitzgerald flip-flops.
Yes, sir. November Lima Yankees RV6.
I'd hate for them to get lost without any warning.
8.5.
Especially in inclement weather, that's when I get
Accept correction, really Rama to 0.
Orbit
Your discretion now, descend 7,000. Sanderson altimeter is 29905.
Our discretion now to 7,000, 2995 for 20 Romeo Mike. We've got the weather going in there, flying individual, I think we already talked about that.
Yeah, Roger, that sounds good, sir. A lot of VFRs in the area today with OshKosh ramping up, so I'll keep you advised as you get closer.
You feel superior to all the OshKoshes? Or all the OshKoshes?
All the VFRs? Oh, yeah. Looking down on them. You little plebes.
You feel superior to the ultralight pilots?
Well, they feel superior to the LSAs, the low light sport. And then the LSAs feel superior to the ultralights.
Commercials look down on all of you. Oh, and the military look down on the commercials.
Yeah, right. And then you got somebody in the ISS up there looking down at everybody.
Charlie Fox Whiskey, your discretion, descend 6,000.
Descending 6,000, Charlie Fox Whiskey.
Roger, and you are planning the visual?
Yeah, I'll switch to visual.
Charlie Fox Whiskey. I'm not talking to the number 2 guy yet. He's still in Minneapolis airspace. But once I get a hold of him, I'm going to try and get him in front of you. And if you just slow for me, maybe 10 knots, I think that would work out really good.
I'll slow 10 knots, Charlie Fox Whiskey.
I cancelled IFR as we were approaching the airport, but there was no traffic in the pattern, so I was able to come in for a straight-in landing. There isn't a Customs and Border Patrol officer who sits at the Sanderson Airport, so they have to send one out from the office in town. When I called them up a few days before the flight, they actually said they prefer people to fly into the smaller Sanderson Field Airport as opposed to the bigger International Airport, which worked out great on both sides. They get a shorter drive to meet us, and we get a short taxi ride into town for lunch and a break. We tied down at the main ramp and were greeted by a lineup of Cessna 170s. The customs agent came out to our plane and cleared us through, and then we learned that the 170 Flying Club had had a fly-in here at Sault Ste. Marie over the past few days. Some of them were going on to OshKosh, but others were heading home. With higher than normal traffic because of OshKosh, the crew cars were already out, so we got one of the 2 local taxis for the short ride into Sault Ste. Marie for a little break. Our first stop, naturally, was the locks that connect Lake Superior to Lake Huron, where we watched a cargo ship slowly begin to make its way west to Superior, and a family on a small yacht heading east toward Huron. After a quick stop for lunch at the Lockview restaurant, we were on our way to Green Bay.
Okay, manifold pressure good, RPM's good, T's and P's are good, airspeed's alive. Bird, get the hell out of the way, Bird. Oh, Jesus Christ. I tried.
Gear up. Minneapolis Center, it's Beach 24, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, level 4,500.
Charlie Golf, Foxtrot, correction, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Minneapolis Center, radar contact about 25 miles northwest Mackinac Airport, the aircraft type destination.
Aircraft type is a Beach 24, it's a Sierra, and destination is Green Bay, Golf Romeo Bravo.
7, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, new code, squawk 4547.
4547.
Really is beautiful country up in northern Michigan, with wide open stretches of water in the Great Lakes and a ton of islands dotted with small developments and little individual properties.
A lot of space with no people. It's no wonder
Yep.
crashing satellites don't hit anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing when you think about it. 8 billion people and we occupy such a small portion of the planet.
The world could easily hold 8 trillion.
124.1. No, that's fine.
Before long we were getting close to Green Bay, and I went to pick up the ATIS. Normally that's a pretty straightforward exercise, but not here.
Green Bay Tower, Franklin Tango 2253, Zulu 1360 at 9X, visibility 10. Traction distance Q 6,500, fueling 8,000 probably, temperature 273.1, 299 across. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing runway 24, cross Charlie service available, 109.4, VFR departure advised, direct delivery is direction of flight and request altitude.
Seriously?
Due to airport construction, additional service to aircraft may be limited. Expect to send down from the VFR pattern vectors to extend its final window bound to the airport. Those air emissions multiple cranes between 2 and 5 miles east-northeast. High below 1,050 MSL. Work in progress on taxiways east ramp.
But eventually I was able to figure out what he was saying, and we began to prepare for the landing at Green Bay. First we had to avoid some lingering rain and storms.
Looks like some rain just went through the area.
Oh yeah?
Up ahead, there's rain under there, inland, like 10 miles. And then some rain just went right north of Green Bay.
Yeah, it's over there now.
Yeah.
Bit of a storm off to our right, eh? According to the map. Way
Back
out,
there?
but yeah.
So this is a little bit older.
Oh, alright.
Okay, now it's animated. Oh no, that's recent actually, maybe 10 minutes ago. That I don't worry too much about. Stuff down here.
Where's the stadium?
That's by the water, isn't it?
This be a full stop.
No idea. Should have a
Affirmative,
huge
5,
parking lot around it, I'm sure.
You wouldn't think so. Green Bay Tower, it's Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, 3,500, descending for runway 06.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Green Bay Tower, runway 6, wind 130 at 6, clear to land.
Clear to land, 06, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey. I guess it's quiet.
This was my first time coming into Green Bay. After years and years of watching football, I knew it was a small town, but I still expected to see more of the city as we were coming in for a landing. But it felt like all we saw were fields and trees.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, safe parking.
Going to executive.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, roger. Left turn on Delta 2, straight ahead to the ramp. Monitor ground point 9.
We'd made it to Green Bay, and after 3 flights and 6 total hours, I was ready to crash for the night. Join me next time as we make the short flight down to OshKosh, and we get an unpleasant surprise on the Fisk approach. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, and in the meantime, fly safe.